And here we are, the main event for race 8 at Monsturd Truck Rally. Here's the 28 who made it. Let's get started. Wasted plenty of time. Let's just go straight into it. Green, green, green. Everybody roll out. Billy Mays on pole. As the heat winner's up there, let's get this rolling. Yes, everybody's fighting for second back there. A little bed sheet making the middle work. A lot of 3-wide action. You can actually see the 95 having the better line through there. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top for second, as Billy Mays has ran off. Fred Jones, pretty good there. Look at this 3-wide battle. Rats Tyrell, Ballsack, and Queso. As everybody's here, I'm going to be surprised if they make it an entire lap. The 66 lands well enough. As whoa, 95 virus. Really struggling to keep that there. As here they come. 1 lap completed. 95 is good as gone. See some outside top 10 battlers here. See, I think it's Ballsack currently in 10th. He lost a couple spots already. Is fighting back on that 52. Even further back, we have some surprise entries on our race. 97 Klong back there. The Puff is already moving up. That 97, I think they might have missed the mark on the setup in the main, but they're doing a decent enough job getting into it. Honestly, that's an accomplishment in and of itself. But this Puff is starting to light him up right now. Maybe not as hard as he wanted to, as you see the 13 slip back. Battling the 15 Weichel Maltrip also, giving it his all. A little further ahead, J Money wants his spot in the top 10. And here he's going to make the pass for it on the 7. That's pretty good right there. We'll see if he could keep it going, as they're going into the jump very close to each other. They make that work. I just see so many people in the landing back there struggling to make it happen. Rats Tyrell having to hold off a couple of strong contenders inside the top 10. Amazing how fast those top few have kind of evacuated right now, looking at just how far away the 19 is. There he goes. Bunger not really having a good of a season as he wanted to, but at the same time, he runs well here. Could try to steal a top 10. The skid marks on landing, they're really showing how much they're digging for each position. Speaking of digging for positions, 97 still in its free fall. You can only go as far back as 28th place. And that's where Willie Stroker's at right now, in that 77. Purple Bottom actually transferred to the main through the heat, but he's back to 26 already. So an unfortunate run for this team. Can't seem to get the truck going the way they want to. Trying to find a battle for position. Hampter in the mid-teens. He's probably going to be taking advantage of the damage turned off for this race, mainly due to that jump. He's going to be terrorizing pretty hard this field, as the 33 just lost a position in that exchange right there. Here you can really see the dynamicness of the track. Accentuate itself. Just the interesting curves it gets. And they're grouping up. This group, at least, getting something going. The 7 of Ballsack going to be losing some spots. Oh, that may be a tough hole to fill, but they all find a landing. It's the 7 just really got thrown in the outside of that corner. And then here comes the 42 with a full head of steam. And they've still got Big Biff and the Puff running to go and take them down. So that's a problem there. Meanwhile, up front, little bedsheet is trying to start to run them down. Right where he needs to. Could try to make up some ground. Maybe the 19 just had a poor section here. Right there. This turn right here, second to last turn on the tracks where you can make up your money. And you see those 2 front stretches that they don't choose to use the other one. They keep their business on this one specifically. Ballsack has kind of gotten in line here in 16th and is stopping the bleeding, at least for the time being. I'm going to try to take the position here. See them going up and down. Right there. See Michael Maltrip. Thought he was doing good, but he's back down 21st place. It seems like the guys in the back, Purple Bottom, Willie Stroker, they're just trying their best to survive at this point. See Razor in the top 10. He's had a low-key good run after playing it safe in his heat race. He's looking to keep this main, just slowly, methodically try to work up, but that would require a bit of cautions in the run, and so far there has not been any yellows here. It's been green all day. Oh, 56 of Butterpants. What happened here? I think his truck just lost power. Yeah, he got the tow back and he's looking to get back out there. He's already 2 laps down, closer to 3 laps down. He's back on out. This lap was really good for a little bedsheet. This is the closest he's going to get to the leader thus point if he can finish the job. The 22 just needs really good corners, and I think he's getting some good corners. That getting to the leader is one problem. Passing him is a whole other problem entirely. And even with searching for slightly different lines, little bedsheet is making, or at least keeping, with the 19. So how this plays out for bedsheet is going to be an interesting proposition. Can the 22 make a move through these next couple corners? There's prime opportunity to do so. Just follows him around, takes a look, almost a look, but not quite. He's just gonna have to keep playing his cards when he feels he has a better opportunity to come along. And it's still pretty early, so you can wait for that, but it's a gamble, to say the least. It is a gamble. 25 of the Puff did get around Big Biff, but they're just kind of single file rounding there. And now you can see he's slightly lost his ground. So he's not as close to that 19 as he'd like to be this time. That's costly right there. See how the 19 handles the jump. A solid landing. What's the 22 have in response? Like, even if he's about only half a second back, then still got to make that work. Fred Jones, about a second back off bedsheet. Iris, fourth. Queso rounding out top 5. With Darkest Presence, Rats Tyrell, Dirtman 5, Razor, and J Money. The top 10 there. It's the longest. I'll use straightaway in air quotes as there's a slight bend there, but this part with a long straight and a long corner, you can keep the speed up and then take a stab at it. Oh, a little bed sheet. Overshot that a little bit. That's going to be costly. Trying to dig as hard as you can on the jump and just bite a little more than you could have wanted here. And the guys in the back, they're also taking the jump too. See Curbio, Purple Bottom, both taking it. Curbio in the wall. He got up to that outside and kind of messed that up a bit. So 41 dropped a spot. Butterpants. He's actually 3 laps down. Could be going on 4 laps down soon. So safe to say that that number 56 is not having the day he wants. Maybe the entire point is hoping that the 19 has a bad jump to try to catch him out there. Something like that. Some of these drivers midfield are more or less frustrated that they're constantly having to fight their own battles instead of actually making up ground. That's a certain frustration with this 25. We have Hampter kind of moving up in the world, up to 11th to try to hold that on the 75, as he does. The jump part of the lap being so important. Bedsheet trying to dig for more. To get a combination of both good distance on his jump and also closing in. Let's keep it an eye on battle here. This is about as close as Bedsheet has gotten all race long. He has to take his shot somewhere. He is so close to the back bumper of Billy Mays. He can switch him up going down the back. Side by side for the lead. Bedsheet takes it over from Billy Mays. Now Billy Mays in second has to take the attack somewhere. Let's see what he's got. Taking the jump. He doesn't attack that time. He thinks he could probably set up for a better move. That's a risky proposition. Hampter, meanwhile, back down to 12th. He's fighting Bunger for that spot, 11th. J Money's gone far away. Razor's past Dirtman 5. Caution's out. Yellow's out. All right. As soon as we've had our lead change, took our first yellow of the day. Not sure how far back in the field that yellow actually was. It was probably the back of the back, and it is Miku and Curbio. The 91. Oh, Miku just lost it all on her own. Curbio gets a piece of it. Joe Burrow's in it as well. So I think this was the caution. Like the last few trucks, if you will, there's no reason that 91 should have spun out, but just lost it under pressure. And the 9 thought he had it there, but guess not. Joe Burrow recovering. Miku gets it rolling again. So does Curbio. They don't need to pit this race, but at the same time, it's definitely a challenge to keep your equipment till the end, as we just have news just in. Race Control has black flagged the 41 of Curbio. He's out of the race, but the pit entry is so awkwardly placed that the cars don't pit. So I think Curbio can still be running around out there. He just won't be counted. So that's a development. The 91 is there. The 9. The 77 of Willie Stroker made up some positions here, but there's your top 10. This gives an opportunity for like a Fred Jones, an Iris, or a Queso to potentially make some ground up on this restart. Just past halfway in this race. Give a call to the 22 team. They're putting on a show. Is 19 of Billy Mays. Something might be wrong with that 19. Let's see on this restart. He's kind of like got his thumbs out next to Fred Jones on the restart. And I guess he wanted to give up that piece of position to the 86 as sort of a 40 chess move to put him on a bad lane. So we'll see. Can't Billy Mays keep that Fred Jones at bay while Bedsheet continues to run out there? Fred Jones fighting back for second. This might not benefit Billy Mays. He may have given that position up. Iris and Queso battling behind. Here they go. It's madness. Madness aplenty. The top 5, all in relative good line. Darkest Presence, Razor up to 7th of all things. J Money took a stab and he goes around. The 88. And he gets hit as they're still sliding around back there. Caution back out. This time for J Money. He took a swipe at the 52 of Razor there, and it did not work out at all. Right there, he tries to swipe his rear bumper, just loses control. This time, actually, contact was made this time. And you can see right here, it nowhere for Klong or Bernice to go. Neither of them really at fault here, as Purple Bottom also getting a piece of it. You could see it exactly. And Billy Mays, he's way up the track too. He had a bad line. Everybody's kind of slipping and sliding right now. It's going hard. The 02, the 97, the 76. Damn. And Curbio still out there, despite the warrant against his time as DQ. His get the hell off a track, he says no. I mean, fair game, I guess. All right. Pace truck. You're off. Billy Mays again not wanting to line up that well. I think there's something wrong with that 19. If we take him on a restart. Yeah, he's just nursing it now. I mean, he's still battling, but I don't think he's really going to be a contender here. Iris and Fred Jones are going to have to try and chase down this 22. As Fred Jones taking the battle to the lead here. But I think Bedsheet's going to fight back well right there. 95 of Iris is still in the hunt. I think she's got more speed here. Here they come. 1, 2, 3 different lanes. Iris not lifting as Bedsheet goes up into the wall. Billy Mays up there as well. They are going for it. Iris the lead. Fred Jones second. Little Bedsheet back to third. Darkest Presence up to fourth now. And Razor sitting on top 5. Queso, Billy Mays back there. Rats Tyrell sitting 8th. Dirtman 5 and Bunger going for the top 10. I think that 75 might fall to the clutches of someone else. The Puff just kind of existing. Everyone else back here, they're just kind of single file riding around. J-Money really disappointed with how this day has gone. With Purple Bottom and Klong being the back of the back here. Look at this. 14 in third, fighting for second. Look at the move he's making. He just has to keep the pressure on the 86 going into turn 1. If we were still green, but we're not because the caution is out. Damn. All right. Causation is ball sack. God damn it. It's a ball sack moment. He didn't even fucking get wrecked by anybody. He just completely flubbed the jump all by his lonesome. He locked that shit up. Gave Weichel a panic attack. And just, okay, now I can go. You lose all your track position, dumbass. Jesus Christ. We hire professional racers, not half-brained imbeciles. Okay. All right, we are on lap 24. Billy Mays is degraded all the way to 9th. I don't think the bleeding is over for this 19 team. Likewise, I think the 95 team has something to worry about. Not just on one restart, but most likely another restart after that. If a battle can be made, I think we'll have a great fight for the lead. Darkest Presence has a great truck. Razor's looking good. Queso's looking to make a name for himself. It's going to be something to behold. Some of our names are looking to get into the top 10, but those who are already in the top 10 are wanting to make life just a little bit harder for the guys in front of them. All right, we're back. Racing green once again. And this time I think the 14 may have a good route here to try to get past the 86. But when you're in third place, you always have to watch out making a move on second this early because you can just let the leader run free without any repercussion. Fred Jones trying to hold off the 14 as Iris just kind of gets away with it. Little Bedsheet trying to get revenge for the lead he lost as Darkest Presence shoots into second. I'm not sure if there's going to be a lead to fight with if it stays green to the end. Queso going all the way on down low. I'm surprised they get that goddamn truck off the ground, but hey, man. We have magic in this motherfucker. Back of the field going a little crazy too. J Money has not been doing good. And Miku just really struggling here with her truck. Back up front. That 14 is all over that shit. Man, they gave Darkest Presence a fucking rocket ship today. And he's going for the lead. Number 14. I think once you get that strongest truck out to the lead, it becomes very difficult to contend. The 95 is going to have to give a Hail Mary shot here. Oh, that was close, but it puts her on the higher lane. That's going to cause her to really lose it. Oh, Fred Jones! Fred Jones and Bedsheet made contact, as you can see, and that just throws Fred Jones off his game. Bedsheet going to take that position. It makes it really difficult to get back to that number 14. He is fucking moving down the court right now. And you have to understand, we may be in a spot where there might not be enough laps to make something happen if we get a caution. Especially, maybe this lap it might have a restart, but once we hit to 3 to go, it'll be next flag ends it territory. Rats Tyrell and Queso working with against each other, actually. Having a solid race, but that 99 kind of losing spots that he doesn't really want to. Especially when he got Derek Baum there as well. That's another one. That can be bad. 3 to go. Battle for second could kick off. Iris trying to make up good ground, but it just is not in the cards right now at all. I mean, Bunger with a decent top 10 shot. Hampter and the Puff, they found each other on track. There's a big gap between 12th and 13th. All the way back to Samus. Let's see, these two get it good right there. But Billy Mays back to 14th, and he's just not having it on that corner. He just has lost it. Oh, no! Grakor! Huge wreck! Weichel's in it as well. That will undoubtedly be a caution. I don't know what happened to J Money. He seems like he's a bit off there. And Darkest Presence, he's leading by a pretty significant margin. He's gonna hit this. He's locked in, and he's not being stopped here. The 14 truck making it to the caution, the white. You see Billy Mays just, that's not even that. Like, you see Grakor trying a wrong lap. This right here. Like, as soon as Weichel gets there, he just combos him. Even, oh God. Hits it off the jump himself. J Money also getting spun by Ballsack. Ballsack just literally forced his way in there. I mean, it goes from bad to worse for this 88 team. They're trying to get this sorted out. I don't think there's anything really to sort out at this point. Like, everything's all lined up. They've got it Scored, sorted. Shit's on fire. There were a lot of underdog runs looking to get a decent finish. And some of them, like, I think they're just glad to be in the show, honestly. There's no real, like, magic to it all. It's just the fact that we've got so many big names rising through. And some other big names missed it, but some of the big names are rising to the top. They had excellent trucks. And today, it's going to be Darkest Presence, who wins the Pepsi Zero Sugar Rally with clinical ease. Forgot to do the race title sponsor drop at the start, but it's here now. And everybody who is there, all right, yeah, 11th, 12, 13, 14. Well, we got to wait for it to complete, actually, but they just don't complete for some reason. Guys, for scoring purposes, we have to finish this race. Okay, to be fair, Curbio warping back makes perfect sense. He DNQ'd, so it's not like his scoring really matters. And everyone else is scored relatively with ease. So I believe that right there is the correct scoring. Timing and scoring should be right from that. That is, in fact, our race right there. The 14 has won, and we'll see you all next time. Take care.